Hey guys, this is Maggie from Rock Paper Copy, and you can find us on www.rockpapercopy.com. And in this video, I am reviewing a website called Fun Flight Drones. I'm on a home page and I can see the pop-up window asking for an email address to subscribe. But make sure that this pop-up box is more decorative. I understand there was some kind of image, maybe it doesn't display at the moment, but make sure to keep an eye to what is happening in your store, to all the design elements on your homepage and on other pages. So your logo, I'm not sure if it was supposed to look like that. The text looks fine, but this image right above the text looks a little bit stretched out, a little bit misshapen. I understand that it's a drone between two hands, but it looks like this image is too narrow for the logo area in your template, so make sure it is fitted is exactly the same width and the same height as recommended by your template, so it is displayed correctly. The header area is great. I love that you are displaying your email address, the free shipping details here. There is a link to your shopping cart, to wish list, and to an option to create account. The search bar is here, the top menu is here, which is lovely. When it comes to the email address, I always recommend using professional email address instead of gmail.com because it conveys trust. The trust translates into sales. So I recommend getting a professional email address. You can secure an email address of your choice as long as it's not in use by G Suite, which is part of Gmail, which effectively you still will be using the powerful Google account, Gmail account, but you will be receiving email and sending email from a professional email address. The sliding images in the banner look great. They transist a little too fast for my liking. I would love to see the images transist every 7 seconds because it gives your visitors enough time to familiarize themselves with each image, to read the lengthy text here as well. One of the images shows exactly what's wrong with the text. It is not displayed clearly, so I would really have to strain my eye to read especially this part of the text, because it is a black text against very dark and very busy background. So it would be great to add a perhaps, well, it is yeah, I can read it a little bit better here. So I recommend it to add this kind of layer with 50% opacity like you have here, and it creates this kind of white layer between the text and the image, which makes reading the text easier, and visitors can still see the image underneath. New arrivals, they are to some extent they are connected to the drones, but I thought you were selling only drones, but I can see that you are selling accessories. Perhaps maybe in the first row it would be great to show drones for sale, and then accessories as maybe a secondary category underneath, because the impression is that you're showing drones here, but you're selling something else. So perhaps make this connection a little bit more defined by showing drones in the first row and then categories right below. Okay, you've got more accessories here. They are very fun to browse. They are really nice. Okay, you are showing drones here, so it would be great to maybe show them in a first row right above the accessories, because they're definitely a little bit pricier, and it will give you more profit. And when people click on a website, Fun Flight Drones, they want to see the drones first of all, and maybe categories as a secondary element. Trending now, I see the same items that I've seen on the homepage, so perhaps it would be great to show, to display in this area different items that I have already seen on your homepage. The footer area looks great. Again, this image is a little bit blurry. I don't see clearly the images here, like the Visa, MasterCard. I can only guess that these are, because these are familiar icons, but make sure it looks more professional. It is not. It is in the right proportions to be displayed clearly in your footer. This is great. This is a great number. 9.2 thousand likes on your Facebook page. So this is fantastic. This is quite a strong trust signal, which is great. You've got additional menu in your footer, so that's important, so I don't have to scroll back up to jump to other page. But also you've got a sticky menu which stays with me even if I scroll down to the page, so I really love that. Now I'm going to analyze extra pages, and then collection page, product page, and SEO. About us. Okay, because this is about us, I would recommend focusing on describing your brand, maybe adding details as to what inspired you to open the drone store, to build trust, to connect with visitors, because obviously you want to sell to visitors already passionate about the drones. So make sure to define what makes you special, what makes you a specialist in this kind of field, because obviously they want to buy drones from somebody who has got some kind of specialist knowledge. They want to trust your authority in this field. When it comes to the shipping details and return details, please make sure to display them in a separate dedicated page, such as return policy, such as shipping policy, and so on. Okay, now let's look at the supposed to be refund policy, but takes me to, did I click on refund policy or privacy policy? No, I click on refund policy and takes me to privacy policy, which you already include in the footer, so there's no point linking from refund policy to privacy policy. So again, please make sure to keep an eye on these little details. Make sure to have defined refund policy with your return details, return address, how long does it take, what is the cost for the customer, do you refund the full amount or do you refund for the cost of the item only and not for the delivery cost. Make sure that everything is detailed on your website. Also add a delivery policy to your store with your shipping rates, even if you offer free shipping on orders over $50 as you defined here. Make sure to define how much is the shipping for smaller orders, whether you ship overseas or only within your country. So this is all important. Also, I noticed something else under shop. You've got only a link to a homepage. It would be great to link to other collections here if you already have this kind of area called shop. Okay, your contact us page. Again, I already mentioned the Gmail address. It would be great to add your surname as well, not just an initial, because it is it's all about trust. It's all about verifying your trust on every step. Also, make sure to use Shopify standard contact as template for this page. So you display the contact form here. Some people like to use email addresses or email accounts. Some people like to type this message in their message or their inquiry on your website. So they use this kind of integrated contact forms. Catalog. I always encourage shop owners to use word shop instead of catalog, because shop is inviting, is conveying action, and it is giving direction. Catalog is very neutral in your tone of voice, and it doesn't add anything when it comes to your conversion rate. So when you use shop, you actually sort of give this kind of subconscious order, and people want to be sort of giving directions when they're on your website. They want to be told click here, shop now, because they don't want to do all the work. They just want you to show them how to shop with you. So make sure to make this easy for them. Okay, the collection page looks great. The product page, I don't see the add to cart above the fold. It is below the fold, so it would be great to add it above the fold. This little window that shows up, okay, it hides after a while, so it doesn't stay displayed because it was overlapping on the product page. So I recommend adding the variants here, then quantities box, then add to cart above the fold, obviously price as well, and then the product description right below, because you don't want to hide add to cart below the fold. If I click on this page, if I didn't know that you've got add to cart above the fold, that you've got add to cart below the fold, I would think that this item is out of stock, because some stores disable add to cart button if the item is not in stock. So make sure to improve the design and the layout of your product page. You've got related products here, which is fantastic, so that's great. I really like that. Okay, also make sure to add your blog, because blogging regularly will help you stay on the radar of Google. You have to update your website as often as possible, because Google gives preference in the search results for the websites with the freshest content. So this is the best way to jump ahead of your competitors which don't have blogs. So make sure to blog regularly, ideally once a week, but also every 2 weeks is perfectly fine as well. So you can just update your website, add a new blog post every 2 weeks, and it should be perfectly fine as well. Your SEO score is 49, so it is still not bad, but it definitely does need a little bit attention. So this is a score 49 out of 100. Your meta title is a little bit too long. It should be 60 characters. The longer anything over 60 is being basically cut off by Google in the search results, so they can cut it off even in mid-word, and it doesn't look very professional, so make sure to stay within the character limit. The meta description is exactly 160 characters, which is fantastic. I always encourage shop owners to add a short call to action in their meta description. So not only define your unique proposition, your unique selling point for your online store, but also encourage them to shop. For example, include click here to shop, or click here to shop for the latest drones, click here to get a free delivery on orders over $50. Anything that encourages them to click on your listing, but also make sure to stay within your character limit as well. The headline structure looks fine, which is great. So headings on your home page. The keyword density is actually fantastic for your niche. Your most frequently used keyword words are flight, drones, and fun, which is absolutely perfect. So you don't have to improve on this, because you're already doing a very good job. So when it comes to improving SEO, I definitely do recommend adding more written content. Add these pages such as shipping policy, refund policy, and keep an eye on linking to the right pages and so on. So if you liked this video, please click like, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and request your own website critique on www.rockpapercopy.com and click on the critiques. It's only $50 and we give you a selection of text or video critiques. Please also follow me on social media at rockpapercopy on Facebook and Twitter. Thank you so much. Bye.